Good morning. I am Carl, no middle name Darnell, Assistant Dean for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in the Indiana University School of Education. My office and the Diversity Committee are honored to be a part of today's ceremony and to have played a role in the commissioning of the portrait of distinguished alumnus and educator, Elder Watson Diggs. Thank you all for coming to commemorate the achievements of the first Black man to earn a degree in education from Indiana University. Today, we're going to hear remarks from Provost Rahul, Shrivastav, Dean Stacy Morrone, representatives from the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity and Foundation, and then from the artists of the portrait we will unveil today, Shawn Michael Warren. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Provost of Indiana University Bloomington, Provost Shrivastav.
Thank you for the introduction, Carl. Good morning, everybody. It is wonderful to see all the red. We can never go wrong with red in this campus. Carl, thank you for everything you do every day for the school and for campus. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us on this joyous occasion. I'm honored to have the opportunity to share this event with you. I'm attending today on behalf of IU President Pamela Whitten, who could not attend but has written a letter which I will share with you now. Dear friends, Indiana University's legendary 11th president, Herman B. Wells, urged us to surround ourselves with portraits of our predecessors as we carry out our daily work. He believed these reminders would instill a reverence for those who laid the foundations upon which we build. The Bridging the Visibility Gap initiative is very much in keeping with this philosophy. Today, we proudly unveil a portrait of a remarkable leader, Elder Watson Diggs, whose legacy is deeply intertwined with the history of the university and the state of Indiana. He blazed trails in numerous ways. As a principal founder of Kappa Alpha Psi, the only national fraternity established at IU, and one of the earliest collegiate fraternities for African Americans in the nation. As the first Black graduate of IU School of Education, and as a member of the cadet class at Fort Des Moines, the nation's first officers training camp for African Americans during World War I. A dedicated educator who served as a teacher and principal in various Indiana schools, Diggs' life epitomized determination and resilience in the face of adversity and an unwavering dedication to equality and justice. With the unveiling of this portrait, we honor a man whose legacy shines as a guiding light, leading us towards a future where every student, regardless of their background, can prosper. Sincerely, Pamela Whitten. To briefly add to President Whitten's words, there really is no mistaking the incredible legacy of Elder Watson Diggs. By daring to bring people together and teach with care, Elder Watson Diggs laid the foundation for a more equitable and rich future, not only here at IU, but far beyond. As we on the Bloomington campus renew and redouble our commitment to student success, transformational research, and collaborative service, we are fortunate to have this new portrait, a reminder to approach the world much as Elder Watson Diggs did, with imagination, ambition, ingenuity, and determination to make the world a better place to learn and to achieve together. Now, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium Stacy Morrone, Dean of the School of Education here at IU Bloomington. Please welcome me in joining Stacy.
Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you, Provost, for the introduction. To the faculty, staff, students, and guests that are here with us today, to all the speakers who are providing remarks, it is a great privilege to have you here today. To those of you who are joining online, and for our first-time visitors, welcome to the School of Education. We are here today to unveil a portrait of Indiana University's first African American graduate with a degree in education, Elder Watson Diggs. Since being appointed as dean in 2020, the School of Education has awarded 4 Diggs scholarships to students who are majoring in education and have a demonstrated commitment to diversity. The school has also developed the Diggs Inclusive Teacher Project, providing student employment and diversity training for 4 future educators each term. Most recently, and yesterday, we collaborated with Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity and Foundation to develop and host an all-day education symposium named in the honor of Elder Watson Diggs. This symposium provided professional development workshops in diversity for teachers, teacher aides, and administrative staff at the preschool through 6th grade level. There were also seminars and panel discussions on recruitment and support efforts to attract more African American men to pursue careers in education. The School of Education strives to cultivate a culture of care, to create an equitable and inclusive environment, and to pursue diversity, equity, and inclusion in all that we do. Much of the work that we do through the School of Education, Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, the Faculty Policy Council Committee on Diversity, and the Home Scholar Program at Indiana University are informed and influenced by the legacy of Elder Watson Diggs. I very much look forward to the unveiling of his portrait, and we are so excited that the portrait will hang here in the School of Education building. I want to close by saying that I look forward to our continued collaboration with Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity and Foundation as we work together to change the face of education. Thank you. I'm going to pass to, we are so fortunate to be joined today by representatives of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity. First, we'll hear remarks from Kappa Alpha Psi Grand Polemarch, Jimmy McMikle. After Jimmy McMikle, there'll be other speakers.
Good morning, everyone. What a privilege it is to be with you here this morning on an occasion such as this, where we pay tribute to a man that all men of Kappa Alpha Psi affectionately refer to as the Dreamer. I stand before you as a proud graduate of Indiana University and also as an initiate of the Indiana University chapter, the Alpha chapter, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And it's my honor to serve as the Grand Polemarch, or international president, of this grand fraternity. So as you probably know, for every great story, there's a beginning. For every awe-inspiring effect, there's a cause. For the men of Kappa Alpha Psi, the root cause of the greatest story ever told is our founder, Elder Watson Diggs. And the tremendous effect of his life lives on in the spirit of who we are. We're men who since January 5th, 1911, have epitomized the very essence of achievement in every field of human endeavor. Because he dreamed a dream, we stand as the living embodiment of a commitment to raise the sights of all in our sphere of influence and stimulate them to heights higher than they might have previously imagined, so that we might collectively change the narrative of what's possible through belief and the relentless dedication to achieve. Because he dreamed a dream, we collectively represent the standard of manhood in our homes and in our communities, devoted to being the men that raise our boys, dedicated to developing the next generation of leaders, and determined to uplift and create transformational change in our communities all across the globe. Because of his dream, a dream to sow the seeds of a fraternal tree that will unite college men of culture, patriotism, and honor. Into a bond of fraternity, our membership has blossomed to over 200,000 brothers, with a footprint of close to 700 chapters in more than 400 communities across the continental United States and in 13 overseas territories. Because of the bold audacity of a dreamer and the crystallization of his dream, the men of Kappa Alpha Psi, we're not just any men. We're college-educated men. We're the greatest collection of captivators, thought stimulators, motivators, game changers, trailblazers, and difference makers that exist in the world today. And so now, since his picture will forever hang in the School of Education, for us, it stands as a symbol, as proof, as a source of inspiration for all future dreamers who walk through these doors, that you can leave a global legacy through the power of a dream, along with a plan, the courage to stand in the face of overwhelming odds, the relentless determination to fight for a cause bigger than you, and the vision and the selflessness to plant the seeds for a tree whose shade is meant for the enjoyment of the people of future generations. And because of this picture that will hang, combined with the memory of this momentous day of celebration, today will forever stand as a cherished occasion in the chronicles of our history books, and has created forever an unforgettable sense of pride for the men of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, who carry the torch of his legacy of achievement moving forward. Thank you.
I first want to thank a few people before I give my remarks. I want to thank the president of the university, Pamela Whitten, Provost Rahul Shrivastav, Anastasia, Morrone, the dean of the College of School of Education. And then I would like to have you rise and recognize the family of Elder Watson Diggs, who's with us today. Please stand, please. Thank you for being here. I want to do one other thing too, and this is more of an education. And I spoke to the family this morning. We actually took a picture. This medallion that you see me wearing around my neck is the second highest award given to a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, voted on by the entire fraternity. There have been 122 of these, I believe, Myron, over the last 112 years. The award is recognized every 2 years. I think there's only about 41 of us living that wear this medallion, which is the second highest award for achievement in all fields of human endeavor. We have several other wearers of this distinguished award of your great uncle, and I'd like for those Elder Watson Diggs awardees to stand right now and be recognized. Thank you. You know, my name is Michael DuBose, and I'm the chairman of the board of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation. And we support the engagement of young people in leading the social, economic, and educational transformation on the underserved and underrepresented communities across the country. Our support of students, seeking to pursue careers in education is paramount to build new ways that move youth and young adults forward on the path of success. Is our focus. On behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, I'm honored to be here for this truly momentous occasion. Yesterday was a wonderful day with the symposiums. I want to thank the Dean, Morrone, and all of the faculty and the students that participated in all of the sessions. It was very well done, very well executed, and I learned a lot, and the dialogue was very, very rich. 112 years ago, a group of men who believed in achievement and equality walked through these revered halls. Today we honor them and honor one of them with a very special and historic recognition. A portrait honoring the dreamer, Elder Watson Diggs, one of the founders of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It will be placed here in the School of Education, the place that launched his professional journey. In 1916, if you could just think back for a moment, it was rare to find black men excelling at a campus as diverse as Indiana University, and have a group of men come together and create an organization just for men like them, focused on leadership and achievement, was almost unthinkable. But they did. And what they created all those years ago is an organization that is thriving and uplifting men of all ages and backgrounds across the world. It's important to note that the portrait is reflective of Founder Diggs as he was when he made history as the first African American to graduate from Indiana University School of Education back in 1916. It shows the spirit of leadership and achievement that he had cultivated early in life, as well as the promise that he was destined for. Founder Diggs would leave Indiana University and pursue a career in education. As a principal, he inspired generations of youth in Indianapolis. The impact of his work touched so many that the school where he served still bears his name. Another lasting tribute to a man who meant so much to so many. Founder Diggs' foundation was education, and as such, it is most fitting that together, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation announced the creation of an endowment scholarship in an amount of $100,000 that will provide scholarships to students beginning their professional journey in the field of education. This endowment fund will provide scholarships from now into perpetuity, ensuring that Founder Diggs will continue to empower new generations to learn, to make the impossible possible, and to achieve all that their minds can conceive. When students walk these halls and see this portrait, I hope that they will stop and think about the wherewithal that it took for Founder Diggs and his brothers to succeed here in 1916 and use that to fuel their own success on this campus and in this world today, and well into the future. Through this endowment, Founder Diggs' legacy of achievement will live on. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask that Provost Rahul and Dean Morrone and the Grand Polemarch join me on stage. On behalf of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated and on behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, we would like to present this check to further the current endowment here, to take that endowment to $100,000. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now I would like to introduce to you the highest ranking undergraduate member in all of Kappa Alpha Psi that leads the Council of Junior Vice Provost Polemarchs for all of our 12 regions around the country, and also a member of the Alpha chapter and a student leader here at Indiana University, Jordan Smith. Jordan?
Good afternoon, you all. I would like to give thanks to the amazing brothers of the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation and Dr. Darnell and the Indiana University School of Education staff for making this extraordinary thing happen. For those who do not know me, my name is Jordan Smith. I'm the Junior Grand Vice Polemarch of our illustrious fraternity and the Polemarch of the almighty Alpha chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. None greater than the originator. It is a tremendous honor to be here today and to be able to be the voice of thousands of undergrads across the country that are members of my grand fraternity is truly a blessing. When Elder Watson Diggs dreamed of my grand fraternity, he dreamed to find a way to unite college men of high ideas and achievement under one bond. He paved the way for our next generation of leaders, the next generation of doctors, lawyers, educators, and entrepreneurs. Founder Diggs lives in every single man that wears the diamond. He motivates us all to achieve in every field of human endeavor. He allowed us to grow a bond with each other that can never be broken. Elder Watson Diggs and the founders faced many racial struggles as students at this great university. Although they faced these struggles, they found ways to achieve in every single thing that they did. Their stories give us students that face obstacles reassurance that we can overcome these obstacles and achieve at a high level. Diggs has impacted not just the members of Kappa Alpha Psi, but every single African American student that comes through the Indiana University School of Education. Diggs lives in us all. I am grateful to carry on his Polemarch legacy. And ladies and gentlemen, Elder Watson Diggs truly thought big. And we got a little something. And that little something has turned into something truly extraordinary. To everybody in this room, God bless. And to my brothers at Kappa Alpha Psi, yo. Now I'm about to bring up Brother Grand Historian of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity, Brother Kevin Scott. Thank you all.
Good day to all of you. I'm so proud and excited to be before you today. This occasion is a long time in the making. Today's honor is a culmination of several months of collaboration between Indiana University and Kappa Alpha Psi families. The road that led to today's destination can be summed up in 4 words: delay is not denial. The idea of enshrining Elder Watson Diggs' likeness on a canvas and being displayed in perpetuity at the school he graduated from came to me 7 years ago. In August 2016, I was struck by the significance of Diggs being the first Black person to complete his undergraduate studies at Indiana University School of Education 100 years prior. I was captivated by the magnitude of this achievement and believed he deserved to be formally recognized in a manner befitting his great accomplishment. Soon thereafter, discussions occurred with key Indiana University administrators and School of Education officials in support of acknowledging Diggs as a distinguished alumnus. The original portrait concept was modified based on an alternate idea that would not only celebrate his legacy as a longtime educator, but directly impact the assistance of others to realize their dream to teach. The Elder Watson Diggs Endowed Scholarship was subsequently created in 2021. The inaugural scholarship recipient was awarded in August of that year. On the heels of the Diggs Scholarship launch, the School of Education contacted me and inquired if Kappa Alpha Psi would still be interested in commissioning an artist to produce a portrait of Elder Watson Diggs. I think you know the answer. Certainly my response was an emphatic yes. Today, we will see the results of that agreement. From the portrait concept, another idea developed. Today's inaugural Elder Watson Diggs, or yesterday's inaugural Elder Watson Diggs Educational Symposium. None of this would be possible if not for the collaborative partnership between the School of Education, various entities of Indiana University, the Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation, and Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. On behalf of the fraternity, I'd like to specifically thank the individuals who directly helped to formulate the aforementioned projects to pay homage to Elder Watson Diggs. Immediate past Grand Polemarch, Reuben A. Shelton, Esquire, Kappa Alpha Psi's Grand Board of Directors, and current Grand Polemarch, Jimmy McMikle, for his support. Kappa Alpha Psi Foundation President Michael DuBose and their board of directors, and the fraternity's international headquarters, Executive Director John Burrell. From Indiana University, formerly Dr. Stephanie Power Carter, Scott Witzke, Dean Anastasia Morrone, Sadie Mele, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing your last name correctly, Mary Dwyer, Natalie Kubat, Dr. Carl Darnell, Nancy Boatner, Katie Chatton, Jeffrey Anderson, Deborah Ferguson, Jacob Simpson, Colin Prince, Michael Ivey, and John Summerlot. Additional thanks to Andre and Francis Guichard of Gallery Guichard, and last but certainly not least, most profound gratitude to our esteemed artist, Shawn Warren. The months of labor performed by those individuals and shared daily grind with Kappa Foundation Executive Director Anthony Stepney made all these concepts come to life. Kappa Alpha Psi's principal founder, Elder Watson Diggs, epitomized Indiana University's mission statement to create, disseminate, preserve, and apply knowledge. The dedication of this portrait will stand as a testament to the fraternity's fundamental purpose of achievement. Without further ado, I am extremely pleased to introduce our remarkably talented artist, Mr. Shawn Michael Warren.
Thank you, Kevin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I'd like to give my sincerest gratitude to the Indiana University School of Education, Mr. and Mrs. Andre Guichard, who could not be here today, Mr. Kevin Scott, Mr. Anthony Stepney, and the members of Kappa Alpha Psi for once again entrusting me with the task of capturing the likeness and essence of one of their esteemed founders, an alumnus who was in many ways a pioneer within the fraternity, multiple institutions, including this one, the Army National Guard, and beyond. In 2021, members of Kappa Alpha Psi tasked me with creating the portrait of Mr. Earl Burris Dickerson, the first African-American student to graduate with a Juris Doctorate from the law school at the University of Chicago. We would go on to unveil this portrait on September of that year, which currently sits as the first and only portrait of an African-American alum from the law school. And now, almost exactly 2 years to the day, this is actually September 27th, 2 years ago. Almost exactly 2 years to the day, we would unveil this portrait, and I am honored to commemorate the portrait of IU alum, Mr. Elder Watson Diggs, who was the first African-American to receive his Bachelor of Arts degree from this very institution, and is affectionately known as a pillar of Kappa Alpha Psi. Similar to my process with the portrait of Mr. Dickerson, this project as well required thorough research on the background of Mr. Diggs' life, his persona, and his many accomplishments in his academic and professional career. Thanks to the aid of Grand Historian Kevin Scott, what I will find is an extraordinary gentleman who exuded leadership, elegance, undeniable talent as a writer, intelligence, and stoicism. These are qualities that aided in developing this portrait. The art of the portrait is a long-standing tradition throughout history, and that calls upon an artist to perform two important tasks. Number one, to study their subject and muse in the most detailed way in order to capture their likeness and essence. And secondly, to give you, the viewer, a window into a moment of time and provide an authentic experience of who the subject is. Long after the subject and the artist have passed on, it is the portrait that remains. It serves as a conduit for not only commemorating the individual, but educating current and future generations on the person's significance and their contributions that have had a lasting impact. I thank the Indiana University School of Education and Kappa Alpha Psi for their contribution to art history and culture, as well as education. It is projects like this that prevent important names in Black history from slipping away from our consciousness. As this portrait hangs permanently within this institution, it is my hope that the many students, professors, and visitors will see this portrait as an important contribution to IU's history and an opportunity to be introduced to an important alumnus whose legacy was shaped on these campus grounds. It is without question that Mr. Diggs' legacy will continue to live on through his esteemed fraternity, IU, and the many institutions and individuals he impacted throughout his life. May this portrait serve as a symbol of his many historic accomplishments, his incredible influence, and his groundbreaking work as an educator, founder, and writer. Thank you.
One more time for the artist, Shawn Michael Warren. All right, thank you so much to Shawn Michael Warren and everyone else who gave the remarks, the inspiring and uplifting thoughts on this wonderful occasion. Now, if Mr. McMikle, if you could please join me and Provost Shrivastav at the portrait for the unveiling. Incredible. Please join me in thanking the artist, Shawn Michael Warren, for this incredible work. Shawn, my man. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes. Big time. Fantastic work, man. Fantastic work. So thank you, Provost. Thank you, Stacey Morrone, Dean of the School of Education, and all of our speakers today. Like the Dean, I look forward to seeing the portrait mounted here in the School of Education, the education building, where it will inspire students to achieve and reflect the diversity we would like to continue to see in the School of Education. We're honored to be part of this ceremony, and while we still have a chance, it's picture time. So we have some people who want to take pictures. We got some photos we want to take. Make sure we got the artists in there as well. We're going to do some photos, and then after that, it's my pleasure to join the rest of us to join us in the Wilkie Auditorium right across the street for lunch. Itadakimasu. Let's eat, y'all.